Hey, want to skip those ads and get early access and bonus episodes of all Banana for Scale shows? Hop on over to truestory.fm/join and discover all the cool perks that come with being a member of the Banana for Scale family. Coming up, we put peeing yourself on a bagel. Greetings, Verse Jumpers. I'm not Lester Ryan Clark.
And I'm not Keenan Diaz.
We're another version of them from another universe, and this is another episode of Every Minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once, a show where we attempt to explain, evaluate, enlighten, and elucidate the Academy Award-winning film Everything Everywhere All at Once. Okay, so our minute begins with Jobu saying, "The universe is so much bigger than you realize."
And it ends with Evelyn in a new universe.
Yes, with a new haircut. Actually, looks a lot like a haircut we've seen before. But let's get to the top of this minute. You'll remember Evelyn had just met Juju Tabuti, who had killed all these cops in interesting and creative ways, and who is now stalking Evelyn down this now dark corridor as the lights flicker. At the end,
Creativity time over.
Yes, now is scary time. Scary, serious time. At the end of the previous minute, she had said, "The universe." Just as the lights were going off, we now pick back up as she finishes, "is so much bigger than you realize." And I said last time how much I appreciate the sound here. We got a mixture of soundtrack and sound effects. Jobu's version of the invisible choir continues to babble and mutter, although now it feels like we're only catching snippets of conversation as someone flips through radio stations. I also like how the light now seems to rush down the hallway with the turning of the radio. Again, this is like the third or fourth time we've had this awesome radio tuning motif, right? Like now the voices are not so much creepy on their own as they are creepy because we can't quite hear them because we're flipping too fast through the channels. But it also gives us this sense of size. And I imagine that's the point. The universe really is so big, and there's so much going on all at once that if you had a magical radio device that could listen in on all the different channels, it might break your mind. It made me think, like, imagine if you had like a special microphone that you could like tune to any type of animal in the world, right? So you turn the dial to dogs, and suddenly you can hear all the dogs within like a certain radius, right? And like no other sound is amped up, so it's not like hurting your ears. You're just hearing like dogs, like within like a 10-mile radius or whatever, right? And then you can turn it up like really high and hear like elephants all the way over in Africa, right? And probably like pick up some ones in India and also ones like at all the zoos, right? In between, right? Like those are actually like much louder because they're closer. And then you switch it to cockroaches, and you would hear all around you, very close, much closer than you like to think about, all the scuttling and the skittering and the scraping of their legs in the walls and the ceiling above your head, right under your feet, right? You would go crazy, right? You know they're there, right? They're there right now, but we can just pretend that they aren't. But Jobu's got this radio, and she's like, "See, it's all around us. Everything that can make noise is making noise," and like. This is how you make the many worlds theory creepy, I think.
Yeah, but I think you're even talking about, I mean, that is happening right now. I think the radio noise is really interesting because that's literally what's happening. There are radio waves in your house right now.
Yeah.
Dozens, hundreds of them actually. I mean, so, and then your regular radio that you could, I guess you could still buy a radio, or you could dig up out of your basement, et cetera, right?
Sure,
like that one will only catch dozens of them, but there are actually hundreds more that are maybe too faint, or your radio isn't tuned properly, beyond the AM, FM bandwidth. There's all this stuff going on. And then on top of that, there's Wi-Fi that you're getting, and you're just used to tuning into your Wi-Fi in your house, but there's obviously your neighbor's Wi-Fi and the Wi-Fi down the street, and there's cell signal everywhere. So you're completely being bathed in all this information that you're not able to access right now about the real world, let alone parallel universes.
Right. Yeah. Types of radiation / information going through your body, a million bits a second.
Right? Oh, and then speaking of radiation, there's all sorts of light radiation that we can't see, past UV and past ultraviolet. So like your animals see things differently, and then like bugs definitely see things differently. There's literally light that you can't see that's on you right now.
Yeah.
Have you seen that humans have stripes?
What?
Yeah, let me see if I could find what they're called. Humans have stripes. I'm trying not to read Google AI overview, but here we go. Yes, all humans have invisible stripes called Blaschko's lines on their skin, which trace the paths of skin cells during embryonic development. And these are only visible for most people through ultraviolet.
Huh.
Yeah, so if you want to look at that real quick, Blaschko's lines. We all have little stripes.
Okay, Blaschko's lines, BL.
Blaschko.
Oh, there's a K in there, jeez.
Yeah, so some people have them visible, even non-ultravioletly, but then all of us have ultraviolet ones.
Oh, wow. Dang, okay.
So there are some animals who could see us with stripes.
Interesting. But they're not aware of them.
Who? The people?
But we're not aware of them.
Yeah, you're not aware of your stripes right now.
Interesting, okay. And I was, like thinking about it, like, or you could, I imagine, like, because there's new blood going into the heart, and then there's old blood going out. It's like up and down, and like all of the like the things that your body is doing, like taking in air and putting out carbon monoxide and all of that stuff. Like if we tinted it with a color, like it would look crazy. Like there'd be so much activity going on in your body.
Right. And we just tune it all out, and then so I mean, if you start to notice that kind of thing, then society would label you crazy, right? And so Jobu has kind of embraced that, like, and then we're adding on top of that the many worlds hypothesis, right? But she even here is like, I could see all of this. I can connect with all of this, and every single fluorescent light in this hall is mine now, and I can control. But even beyond controlling and using it, it's just the fact that she is aware of it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's a little bit more, and that we were just talking about, like you said, like in one universe, right? All of that is going on, but like, she's got the infinite to look at. Yeah,
right.
But that's not the only sounds we got here. As Evelyn is looking around like a cornered animal, we get this weird measured beep. That sounds like we're counting down to something. It made me think of the beginning of a Mario Kart race.
Yes, that's perfect. Yes,
right. It's like beep, 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 beep. And maybe that's intentional because like we get this last beep, and then Jobu, who has been kind of casually walking towards Evelyn, she shouts "Okay," like sounding almost like a game show host. Right? It's like, ready, and then she breaks into a run at Evelyn, who, she's still dragging poor Wayman, by the way. He's still out of it. And I like what happens here. Like Evelyn is saying, no, stop. But she can't just like drop Waymond and run. So she sort of backs up against the wall. She kind of like, instead of going directly down the hallway, she like goes to the side, like up against the wall. And then holds out her still handcuffed hands, remember, folks. She holds her hands out, and we could look at this a couple of ways. We could look at this like she is pointing her fingers like a gun. That was my first impression, right? Like the cut happens so fast. I think, and also I think Jobu making the "don't shoot" pose.
right. Her reaction sells it as a gun. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But if you look like at it slowly, if you look at Evelyn's actual hands, it's more like a regular pointing at Jobu, like pointing at her daughter, like stop that, right? And I like how it's neither of these things, and it's both of them. I also like to think Evelyn has seen enough TV for her to be like, okay, how do I trick her into thinking I have powers too?
Like this is the Looney Tunes physics argument.
Right.
Yeah. Once you understand the rules of Wile E. Coyote physics, then you can conquer them.
Yes.
As long as if you find yourself walking off a cliff, it's fine as long as you don't look down.
Yes. Right. Like because I think that's what this is. She's bluffing. She wants Jobu to think she's a better verse jumper than she actually is. And I like that she doesn't completely understand it yet, so she holds her hands up almost like in a zapping motion, like she's going to cast a spell.
Well, that's interesting because Jobu, in order to make the lights go down in this kind of like turn off and on in a way that it makes it feel like the light is traveling down through the fluorescent lights. Yeah. Like she starts that with this little flourish. She like flicks her wrist up, and Jobu's just doing that to be an asshole.
Right.
But Evelyn might be reading that as, there is actual like prestidigitation required
right.
to
There's
do this
hand
magic.
movement I gotta do.
Right.
Yeah. No, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, like as we're like backing away down this dark hall, she has this hand up, like it's almost like a high like type thing, but it's very much like this is. She wants it to look like it's activating the lights.
Right.
And yeah, going back to the sound here, folks, when Jobu pulls to a stop, there is a classic cartoon screech of tires as she puts her hands up in that don't shoot pose, right? Does she really think Evelyn is going to... So I think this proves like all of her motions, all of her hand motions, all of her... all of the sounds that are coming out now and everything like that, this is all... a performance, right? And as is evidenced by the cartoon screech, of the tires when she stops.
Yeah, it's so fun to see her being able to control the movie, which we talked about her doing a couple different times, but now really in the sound of it.
Right.
And Stephanie Shu's performance is so good in this minute, where she gets to be chaotic and like. Also, when she pretends to be afraid, right? When she pretends to be impacted by Evelyn, and is like the sound is part of her performance. These little cartoony like skids and all of that, yeah. And then we'll talk about the music soon, I think.
Yes, yeah. But yeah, so she's got her hands up in the don't shoot pose. Now, does she really think Evelyn is gonna shoot her? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah.
I think she knows that she's bluffing, but when we see her face, I like to imagine we also see a little bit of intrigue, right? She wants to see what this Evelyn can do. She takes off her little visor and she sort of makes like a fainting motion, like like trying to scare Evelyn into doing something, or maybe just teasing her. And we're still playing with the sound, folks. All the stuff with the visor is accompanied by more cartoon sounds, and they're all stock sounds you've heard a million times. I was gonna like try to find like the instrument for each of them, but I'm like, that's not gonna help. I'm just gonna say what they are. Like, there's this like rubber boingy bouncy sound,
spring.
Yeah. And then she throws the hat away, and we get the classic like sound of someone flinging something away, right? It's like a whistle, like like something going off a cliff, right?
Right. And it has a little glass crash sound when
followed
it goes
by
off screen. Yeah,
the inevitable crash that happens, once the subject or the person is like out of frame, right?
Right.
And the whole time, our music has also changed, right? It's no longer creepy. It's this weird but relaxing. I almost want to say liminal music because that's where we are. We're in this hallway, this liminal space, and it's this music as you're like peacefully traveling through a place. First thing I thought, going back to Mario, was it sounded like any underwater part of Mario 64.
Oh, wait, how does that go? It's like boo boo boo.
No, it's more do 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 do. Like it's
Mario 64.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes.
No. Not the kind of like the waltzing thing. It's like you're just it's like they're playing on a xylophone, and it just like it sounds like bubbles, like peaceful bubbles, right?
I think I was stuck on Mario 3 or whatever they call that in Japan.
I think they call that one Mario 3.
Well, thank God.
Yeah. It's not Doki Doki Panic. It's not.
Finally, we're on the same page.
We're back. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, it made me think about that. But then also, like on YouTube or TikTok, you look up liminal spaces, and there is this peaceful kind of like relaxing, slightly creepy music playing over all of it. I think a lot of times it's distorted and echoey to make it more creepy than it is. But the actual music really is like this peaceful vibe. Like you wandered in here and you could just like stay forever, right? And you hear like a lot of times it'll be like an inside playground, like at Burger King or something, or Discovery, like a birthday, like a Chuck E. Cheese's or something like that. But and so you'll hear it's like places from your childhood, and you'll hear like echoes of of like kids like playing and having fun, and it's like it's trying to get you like it's almost like you caught a memory that was like rushing by you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not as much of a music file as a lot of my friends. My friends often make fun of me as not liking music, which is true. Like, I don't play music when I'm alone at the house. I don't listen to music in my car. I'm a podcast guy.
Yeah. You listen to people talk.
So you don't feel alone. Oh, God, so alone. But I do understand that link between like music and nostalgia, and like you know how smells will give you that nostalgia.
Oh,
You can't even put that into words. And music, I guess you can put closer into words than smells usually.
Yeah.
Because you can name the piece of music.
You can name the piece of music.
Or
I was thinking like,
list the notation. Yeah.
Right. I was thinking like the smell of Play-Doh. Or or something like that, or like fresh paint, and you're like 5 years old and you just moved into a new house or something, or
all that stuff that has given you the cancer.
Exactly, yes.
Play-Doh smell,
the smell of secondhand cigarette smoke. No, it is very nostalgic to me.
Right? Yeah. Like that's the past. I haven't been in a house that smells like cigarettes in a long time.
Or like a Burger King with ashtrays, like
right. Yeah, so that's really interesting, that the liminal sounds, But they've done things like where, I think this is kind of limited in its scope. I think that the media reporting is kind of overplayed, I think. But like, playing music for people with dementia or something like that can help them. I don't think it can cure them or anything like that, but it seems to make them happy. And they can, they've forgotten a lot of stuff, but something in there is keeping them from forgetting music from their past, sounds from their past. Okay, so back here. So there's, it's lulling music, but it's interesting because it is
not like lulling music, like ROFLing music.
Rafflecopter music. No, it's not that. No, it's very lulling, but it is the William Tell Overture slowed down.
Really?
Yes. So as she is at one end of the hallway and she does her, again, the soundscape is crazy. Like there's red-tailed hawks and babies screaming and all sorts of
and cartoon
wacky,
bouncy,
awful.
boingy.
Yeah, like everything you would think that your sound design teacher would say, those things shouldn't go together.
No.
But then there also is the William Tell Overture underneath it, which, in America, we might call the Lone Ranger theme.
Yes.
Right. So she's running to that, and then here when it's like, okay, let's have this face off here in this axis where she's like making the don't shoot hands. It becomes a very slow, very very slowed down. And like you would never ever play the William Tell Overture that way.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, like it's a thing that like an orchestra or a piano player would play to show off.
Right.
How fast they can go.
Yeah. That's specifically like this is the like look at what I can do with this song. Yeah. Okay. So
I've never heard it this way.
Me either, yeah.
Right.
So we have distorted Claire de Lune, and now we're distorting this.
Right.
Interesting. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I didn't even catch that. I know William Tell comes a little bit later.
Right.
But
yes, it becomes more recognizable.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. I never even clocked it's been the same song the whole time. Right. So
this is who is this? Rossini. Just so we don't get accused of being culturally illiterate. Yes, right. Yes. We knew that.
Yeah, of course we did. We're not even going to tell you any more about him because listeners.
Right, exactly.
The one fun fact, he wrote the William Tell Overture.
Right. Yeah, Rossini wrote it. Tonto didn't write it.
Yeah.
It was Rossini.
Right. He wrote the William Tell Overture amongst many other things that we all know. So we don't need to bore you with that. Yeah.
Done and done.
Yes. Check that off of my checklist. But yeah, now, like as all of this is going on, Evelyn says, "Don't make me fight you. I'm really good." Right? To which Jobu replies, "I don't believe you." But in this tone of like challenge, because she wants to see what this Evelyn can do. And so Evelyn's like, okay. And I like how she is trying to get in the zone, like in the Zen state without knowing how to exactly, right? She closes her eyes, she straightens up, she tenses up. And as this is going on, we hear, I guess this is when I first started recognizing it, the William Tell Overture. Right. And then as soon as we get into her mind, it starts going really fast. Well, I guess like normal speed of what the William Tell Overture is, right? As we see a succession of images here. We got an image of Evelyn's brain on Audrey's monitor again. And we see some little red splotches, some little red circles are starting to pop up, just like with Joy in that flashback of, when they broke Jobu's brain.
Right. Remind me, on a brain scan, red splotches, good, bad?
That would be bad.
Okay.
Yes, I'm thinking bad, right? She's not thinking about raspberries.
It's raspberry jam.
Yeah, right. Also, in the bottom right of the monitor, we see a window labeled Inner Thoughts, inside which are Yummy Cookie and Train ... I wonder if that is supposed to be training.
Okay.
Because that's associated with the cookie.
Right.
Right? So she's trying to access the martial arts training.
That makes sense because there's no other trains in the movie, right?
No, there aren't.
Okay.
Right?
Not that Evelyn can't have thoughts that aren't in the movie.
No, yeah, she can be. I mean, she's distracted all the time, so she would be thinking, or like train of thought or whatever, right?
Oh,
right. So that's what I'm thinking. Like she's, and I love that is the level of detail that the Daniels have put in there. Like, okay, she's trying to get into the martial arts universe, so she's going to think of the cookie, and that's going to, jump her over to the training, and yeah. We get a flash of some camera flashes, various close-ups of, I'm guessing, paparazzi.
Right.
Then a clear shot of Wong Kar-wai Evelyn, martial arts Evelyn, in that ballroom theater that we were at, and she's reacting to the jump. She's feeling it in her universe, and we can see the master behind her noticing that something's up, like looking up concerned.
Right.
We can also see Michiko.
Oh, yeah?
Is that you? Maybe. What do you think?
Where in the shot where Evelyn is reacting to the
where Wong Kar-wai, Evelyn, and the master are there. Right behind them is Michiko, I think.
Maybe, because, she had been snubbed on the red carpet before in my reading of this. So in our universe, she's sneaking into the red carpet and being like, I'm also in this movie. And everyone's yeah.
I think she's part of it. I think she's allowed to be in this ballroom.
Sure, lady. Everyone's in this movie. Back of the line.
So that might be Michiko. And then it looks like we're seeing a poster with Daniel Kwan holding up hot dogs with ketchup and mustard on them. Was this another poster in the theater that we didn't see?
I think so. Yeah, it must be. It's supposed to be in that world, right?
Yeah, it looks like one of those like movie theater posters behind glass type thing that you would, like, as you're walking to your theater, you see like all the the other movie posters.
Yeah, go back and get hot dogs. But you think it's a movie, or it's like a, hey, go back and get hot dogs at the concession stand thing?
Yeah. It could be like let's all go to the lobby. Is that what he says? Yes.
Yeah. So if this is the Wong Kar-wai universe, so I'm not trying to be this person. I just want to offer this,
okay?
Because I'm sure there are some fans.
You're not trying to be the comic book guy from.
Right, because I think this is clearly just a cameo of the director, and they think it's funny to put as much of Kwan and Scheinert in the movie as possible before people notice. But in the continuity of this world, Daniel Kwan is the one who mugs her at the beginning, that then turns her into a Hong Kong superstar. Right.
Right. Oh my god.
So this is like seeing Cho Chill, who has killed your parents, and then growing up to be Batman, and then you see a poster of him selling hot dogs at the premiere of your Batmaning. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wait, Joe Chill, I thought it was the Joker. That's what Tim Burton said.
Oh, Tim Burton.
I grew up thinking that.
Sure, that's what
it was.
Very vivid. Yeah, that's a very, very vivid memory that's been implanted in you of Jack, what's his name, Napier, killing Batman's parents. Yeah.
Yep. I thought that like movies wouldn't go against the canon. They wouldn't lie. They would like everything in the movie. King Koopa really does look like Dennis Hopper. That's not why would they say anything different?
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. So perhaps, what would this be? 2020s kids will grow up thinking that Daniel Kwan, is the same character in both of these scenes.
Right. So the mugger has either become a hot dog salesman. Or a model for a photo shoot that sells hot dogs, or an actor in a movie about hot dogs.
That's right, yes. Yeah, so there's a different version of this where Evelyn is having this reaction to the paparazzi, and the Kung Fu Master is like, what's wrong? And Evelyn's like, oh, him, he showed up.
Yes. She might, that might be like, I mean, that's a valid reaction. Yeah. Everything has led me up to this point.
That's right. That's Memoirs of a Geisha, right?
Yes. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so we get like a few close-ups on the hot dogs, and then back on the monitor, more red splotches on Evelyn's brain. But now another window has popped up. It just says visualizer, and it shows the hot dog. It's like a little what do you call it? Like cropped image of the hot dog that Daniel Kwan is holding. More paparazzi, more Wong Kar-wai Evelyn, and we can see something is happening. Her eyes kind of scrunch up in pain, and then they open and they sort of like roll up and back into her sockets like she's being possessed. Michelle Yeoh is actually giving us a lot in these quick, less than a second flashes.
Right.
More hot dog, more brain, more red splotches, and then we are back at the beginning of the movie. What are we doing here? With Evelyn sitting at that table with all the receipts. She's got her glasses on. Or no, they're on, right? Yep. Her eyes, right? And she's coming out of this pose where like she was about to like clutch her head as if she had a headache. And she looks around and we back away and the table sort of like spreads out before us like a vista. Then a close-up of some photos like on the wall, like from family photos. Okay, let's look at these. I imagine they gotta be Stephanie Hsu when she was a kid.
I think so. I mean, it looks like her. It looks like, her laugh lines around her eyes, I think, are Stephanie Hsu for sure. Yeah.
But then you also got looks like maybe they did some Photoshop where the mom looks like young Evelyn.
They lied to us.
Right? So they put like Michelle Yeoh's like young face on the face of the mom. And there's another one.
There's a lot of photos that we're kind of zooming in onto this like three set of Stephanie Hsu in three different ages. So the other stuff, if it is photoshopped, we're not going to be scrutinizing it.
No. There's another one where Ki Hui Kwan is holding up a baby, like in that father pose, like holding it up over your head, right?
Right, to throw it up towards the ceiling, usually.
Yeah. Or if they are the new, like king or queen of Pride Rock, Another one where it looks like Joy is maybe in a Halloween
let's go back for a second.
Yeah.
Right. No retconning of the Lion King. Pride Rock is a very patriarchal society. It's not no queens allowed, just kings.
Unfortunately, yeah. See, I never even thought. Now you're making me think of that. In my privilege, I never even thought of that.
The Lion King 2 pretends that the baby at the end of the Lion King is a girl, but come on,
we know.
Don't let them off the hook. These lions.
But like the lionesses do the hunting.
They do everything. They take care of the kids and they hunt. Yeah.
What is it like? Scar's like, it's the lioness's job to do the hunting. And he makes that face.
Right.
Yeah. But okay, there's another photo here that looks like Joy is maybe in a Halloween costume.
Yeah, I wonder what that is. It looks like
a homemade Halloween costume with like a. I don't want to be mean and say like a bag over her head, but
yeah, it's the same size as the bag that she's holding for the Halloween candy.
It's kind of like they made a mask.
I wonder it's supposed to be a cat or a Pikachu or something. Yeah,
like it made me think of like what's it like the Trick or Treat costume,
right?
In that horror movie. But like I can see the scenario of like her wanting a store-bought Halloween costume and Evelyn being like, no, like we're not rich. We're gonna I'll make you a costume.
Yeah, my mother, used to make us homemade costumes, and now those pictures that we have, I mean, people are jealous of those, not of the store-bought ones that people have. Yeah,
because it's like you're the only one who has it. It's a one of a kind.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To the right above it is a picture of Evelyn in a Beijing opera outfit that is super interesting. Again, we're not supposed to really be tracking this. And I guess there's a question about, okay, is this really the beginning of our movie? Is it the same world? Because to the right of this is this picture of her from what would seem to be the universe where she got blinded and became a opera singer.
I was going to say, I thought maybe that was a painting. I didn't know if that was a photo or not. I thought, this is like a piece of art that Joy made. But yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I cannot tell if it's like a photograph or a painting.
Okay.
But I see what you mean. Like this could clearly be like from Evelyn's like opera singing days.
Her other life, yeah.
Her other life. So this isn't like when I say like back at the beginning of the movie, this is our world. Maybe this isn't our world.
Maybe it isn't, right?
Yeah. But she's not blind in this one. So it's another offshoot.
I see. I was like, how could you tell from a picture if she's blind? You mean at the table? Yes, yeah. The receipts. Okay.
So I mean, like it still could be like another Beijing singing universe where she isn't blind, right? Just like one little tiny difference.
And has still come to America and all. Yeah, it's all this stuff. Yeah. But I wonder if again, we're not supposed to be seeing it, but I wonder if it's a sign that like things are bleeding together or the world is more complicated than we would think. Like even in our movie, which already feels complicated for a narrative film, it is a simplification of the many worlds hypothesis.
Right. Yeah. So stuff is kind of like glitching and like that photo is not supposed to be there.
Maybe. I don't think it is. Right.
I see. Huh.
But an infinite set of universes, that photo is everywhere.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that's what like, and even if it is a painting, that doesn't change anything because that could be a painting that somebody painted of the opera singer Evelyn. Like she was posing for that painting, and now like what is it doing in our Evelyn's living room?
Right.
Right. If this is our Evelyn. Right. Man. Yeah. is
it fun to listen to a podcast where the host asks questions and then the answer is, who knows? Who gives a shit?
Well, no, I like this. I like, picking this apart. I think, I mean, I can only speak for myself. I think I would be interested in this.
Yes, I'm interested. No, I'm joking. but like it is, random. Especially in the second half of this movie, it's going to be randomness, and we're not really going to be able to arrive on like, oh, I like that. I like Lester's take on that. Let's go with that as the canon. There is not going to be a canon for a lot of the images that we're going to see from now on.
There is, because like we were just trying to like make a story out of this like Halloween costume one, or of Wayman holding Joy up or something like that, right? We're going to get deeper and deeper into the woods where, like with this painting up in the top right, we aren't even sure if that's even supposed to be there.
Right.
Right? Like we could make a story about why it's there in her home, or we could say it's glitched. It's just like when Jobu touched the cubicles and like the potted plant became a calendar or something.
Right. Yes.
Oh, I love all of this. We got some like photos that aren't in frames also. They're kind of like sticking out of the corners of other photos.
Right.
And I like that touch too. Didn't we have we saw a little bit of that before?
Yeah, when we're going through the house, because it feels to me like their house has started with a plan and with a design, and then it's decades later, and just like, well, let's put things here. We don't have time to find the same frames. I mean, none of the frames match each other, and then eventually just like, okay, no frames.
Yeah, it's like I got this like other photo of Joy. But and I think it goes right here. This is perfect. Like it's like they're trying to do like an order thing, like with that thing in the center, And it's like, okay, it would go right here, but we don't have a frame yet, so let's just stick it right there.
It's we put it up right now, or we never put it up.
Yes, yeah, right. So like there's one that's like, I don't know, like maybe like a birthday party or something like there, the bottom left, and it's like we don't have a frame for this, but let's just put it up. Like it belongs right here in this place.
Right.
Yeah. But then we sort of whip pan to this child's drawing. I'm so glad that I got to say that again. Right? That's what it is, right? It's a whip pan.
Sure.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. We whip pan to this child's drawing. In a horror movie, this would be the monster revealed. Right?
Like the Babadook?
Yeah, right.
In the picture, you mean?
Right. Because that's a trope. Like every time I see a child's drawing, right? It's like the monster has been revealed through the innocence of the child's drawing, right? It's Mr. Hot Dog Hands. He comes, every night and he asks me how I am, and and then the parents are like, oh, that's very cute. It's a child's imaginary friend, Captain Howdy, right? But we know, the movie watchers know, it's like he actually does show up, and those aren't hot dogs. Those are something
those
else.
Are what?
I don't know. No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant like they're.
I didn't mean it like that. No,
okay.
You made me say it like that.
I was going to say snakes or something. I don't know.
Well, in the screenplay, it does say. Flash movie star universe, Evelyn is being ushered through adoring fans, flashing photographers, a dancing popcorn and hot dog on a poster. So we have a version of that, but it's a guy holding a hot dog instead of a dancing hot dog. Flash, taxes universe, Evelyn is trying to work on her taxes. She sees a picture on the wall of Joy as a child next to a child's drawing of a man with wiggly worm fingers.
Aha, okay.
Yeah, so that's where they started from, worm fingers. I like this better that it's not something specific.
Right. It's like they're obviously like long, plump fingers, right? So they're not snaky or wiggly.
No,
but they're not like regular fingers, and they're also not like scary like claws or anything like that.
Medusa's heads or I see, yeah, like claws things. Yeah, but I like this that it's not the child trying to draw wormy fingers. It's a child trying to draw regular fingers. Right.
Yeah.
But she's she's stupid. She's 2 or something.
Well, yeah, but it is like you draw a tree and you draw like as many branches, because a tree has lots and lots of branches. So you draw as many branches as you can, and then you get tired, and then
right.
And you don't understand like abstraction or whatever, and you could just draw like a little puffball on the top of a stick, and that's a tree.
Yeah, and you draw a little hole in it. Even though where I grew up in Las Vegas, we did not have trees with holes in them.
Right.
We had palm trees.
But nobody draws palm trees, right?
That's right.
And you draw, like when you draw a dog, you have to draw all 4 legs. You have to, because a dog has 4 legs.
That's right. Yeah, I would draw kind of a horizontal oval for the body and then 4 little lines. I think I would still draw it that way. Yeah. So oval, 1, 2, 3, 4, right. So without the head, it kind of looks like a spider looking at you, and then you draw the dog's head, yes.
Spider dog, yeah.
And he has floppy ears as opposed to a cat, which has pointy ears. Yes, good boy.
Yeah. So I have a question for you, Keenan. Are you still looking at the drawing?
Oh no, it's seared into my memory forever because it's going to kill me in my dreams tonight.
Isn't that weird? Like it's not supposed to be scary, right?
Right.
But so is that his mouth or is his nose?
Oh, I see. Well, it's got to be his mouth because how else would he bite Georgie's arm off in the sewer if he doesn't have a mouth?
Well, no, I realize because like, and like simplistic, like children's drawings, they do this all the time. Like that could be like a little clown nose, right? Or it could be him going, whoa, you know.
Oh, better to eat you with, Joy.
It's not supposed to be scary. We are putting things on this image that don't belong.
Yeah, I got distracted, sorry, because I realized I didn't finish the mouth on my little dog guy. So
okay.
I drew a mouth, but then I also drew a tongue sticking out from the side of his face where there is no mouth there.
Right,
so.
see?
Yeah. Kids are dumb, and I'm 41. Can't draw a better dog. One last thing about this. So it's drawn in the 3 primary colors, right? So basically, like this Joy only had yellow, red, and blue. But it is basically a pink versus blue thing again. We have little pink flowers at the bottom or something. That gives it again that bisexual lighting feel to it that we've been looking at.
Right, and he's kind of the character is kind of like encircled in this red kind of thing. Yeah.
Let me out for the love of God, he says.
Or if that's a nose and he doesn't have a mouth, then even though he must scream, he just
right. Yeah. Also, I'm sorry, Joy. I can't be your imaginary friend because I'm a woman.
Oh.
Why are we assuming it's a man?
Yeah, that's true.
Because it wears a hat. Only men wear hats.
Right. Yeah. I was gonna say, like, if we gave more characterization to this thing, it would be Mr. Wobblefingers, but the Mr. would be spelled M-I-S. It would be like the full spelling of Mr. Because that's how you know it's like a weird creature thing.
Because we can't be Ms. Because there's no weird creatures to start with Mrs. No weird, terrible things that go into your house uninvited that start with a Mrs.
Right. No. None of that. No. Except... Wait, are we thinking of the same thing? I didn't even know we were making this joke. Is that the joke we're making?
I think so.
Okay.
It's a weird imaginary Mrs. Friend who takes advantage of your vulnerabilities and stalks the children of the house.
He also eats your cream pie. But not, like, that's not a euphemism or anything like that. Yeah.
Geez, this drawing is getting Lester off on all sorts of...
Frankly... who proves that they can do a decent parenting job. So why weren't you just doing that at the beginning, Daniel? It's not like he had like a hard. There wasn't a montage. Well, I guess there was with the cooking, but like the disciplinary side of it, like he was able to do it like the first day. Like when they wanted to watch TV. It's like we always watch Dick Van Dyke. It's like, well, no, you're not. You're going to go do your homework. Just do that. Sorry.
Whoa. Let's continue on here.
Yes, let's do it. We went into a weird universe, like weirder than anything in this movie. Okay, but it was long, plump fingers. And now that picture is in the visualizer on the computer screen, replacing the actual hot dog. And then we cut back to Evelyn at the receipt table, and I really like how we can tell that our Evelyn has come all the way through and is looking around like, no, I'm in the wrong place. Because sometimes we get flashes of the other Evelyns and they don't know what's going on, right? Like the one-car Y Evelyn is like, whoa, what just happened? Am I having a stroke or, something like that? But then you also occasionally get our Evelyn and it's like she opened the door and is looking out through that Evelyn's eyes and being like, oh, nope, wrong one. And then, closes the door again, right?
Right.
And I like that distinction. We can tell, even in these quick flashes, which Evelyn is in control.
Yes, I agree with you. I hesitate to bring up a question that might hurt your brain, or not your brain, but your wishes for this movie. But Evelyn has gone backwards in time here in her consciousness? I heard you go, no! Now you see why I was hesitant to bring this up. She goes back to the beginning of the movie, or what?
Okay, I'm going to save this. Ha! You thought, checkmate.
No, I'm not trying to checkmate you. I'm asking a legitimate question that I'm worried about based on our previous conversations.
You don't want that to be this because then we're like that. The movie is tripping over its own rules. If that's the case.
Yeah, I'm okay with the movie not really having rules.
Well, no. What about this? We didn't consider this. Mm-hmm. There is a universe where this is all after the Deirdre thing, and she's like, you have until 6 p.m. So she goes back, and that's what this is. So this isn't the beginning of the movie.
It's not the beginning of the movie, right? Okay.
This is one branch where she's like, last chance, right? She's eating the cookie, and the Wongs go home. There's no trouble. Nobody punched anybody. No security guards. No nothing. And she's back there, and she's like just sitting looking at these receipts, trying to figure it out before 6 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to me. Yeah, I feel good with that.
See? Okay, good.
I'm not repeating. I'm not.
No. I know. But like, yeah, I was. See, so you had nothing to fear.
Good.
I had an answer all prepared. No, it wasn't prepared at all. It was
just trust Lester. Lester.
Mm-hmm. Trust the banana. They could be banana fingers. I don't know. Okay, and here in this universe, she stays a bit longer, right? Mm-hmm. It's almost like the door closed behind her, and she's trapped now. And she's like, "Oh, dang it, I'm stuck, back, with the receipts, right?" And she starts taking deep breaths and trying to get back into jumping mode, right? There's a very quick shot of an airplane toilet.
I think that's right.
In the visualizer box when we're back on the monitor. And then Evelyn.
With somebody urinating it, so like a man urinating into it.
Yeah, right. And you can tell it's an airplane toilet because the hole is like this industrial black. It's not like porcelain. And there's a little like red sign like don't throw garbage in here, type thing. Right.
And there's definitely a pee stream.
Yeah. So that's in the visualizer box is the airplane toilet. And then back to Evelyn and then a dog in the visualizer box. And then back to that hallway.
The dog is drinking from the hose.
That's what that is. Okay, I couldn't see.
Okay, yeah. Somebody is shooting the hose and the dog is licking it up. So we've gone from the pee stream to the dog licking it up.
Oh my God, Keenan, I am now putting everything together as to what's going to happen. Just like I thought they were random. Okay, now I get. Okay, so the airplane toilet.
We're not supposed to track any of it. I didn't remember these shots at all until we started looking at them frame by frame.
But the fact that they make sense together, like Daniels, what are you doing? Daniels, what are you doing? So yeah, okay. So now the dog's drinking from the hose, and then we get back to our Evelyn in our universe. She's backed up against the wall, still in handcuffs, still eyes still closed. She makes this grimace and sort of like wilts, and then we get Jobu who says, "Nice, you peed yourself." And I can't tell if her tone is like, "Oh, okay, you're farther along than I thought," or like, "Oh, you're nowhere near as far as I thought." Right? Like, what do you think? Like, is
that's
this
interesting? Yeah. Right? I've always taken it as her being sarcastic and like, oh, great, like that's your big plan is you pee yourself.
You pee all over me, like what? Like,
right?
But like, remember, like that's what I thought the first time as well. But she's focusing so hard that her body functions just like let go. Right. Or is this her following Wayman's advice from before?
Right.
And using it as a jumping point.
I think it's on the first viewing through, I think you assume that she's being so overwhelmed with Jobu's presence or something, right? And
or the trying to jump or whatever.
Yeah, whatever's happening there. And then, she pees herself. But then, yes, I think in retrospect, with these things in the visualizer, I think you've got to think it's intentional, right? Like, how does the visualizer work? It's not like those images are being beamed into her head. It's that she's operating them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's thinking of an airplane toilet. Right. She's thinking of a dog drinking from a hose. Yeah.
Right. And then, so then if that's the case, again, like the Jobu is about to really surprise us in about a minute and a half from now when she's taking Evelyn under her wing as her mentee. So I wouldn't be surprised. I hadn't thought about that line in that context, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're right. That it's like, you're doing it. You're breaking your programming in a good way.
Right. And I mean, it was hard because Waymond was getting tased at the time. It's hard to hear like what he said, but he does say like try peeing yourself. It's like a really good jumping point. So
Right.
yeah. So we see her we see her headset light up, and it's yellow. Nothing to do with the pee imagery.
You keep accidentally getting into double entendres this episode.
We put double entendres on a bagel. But I like that distinction. It's not green, but it's not red. So it's not a fail, and the sound is not like the clean sound of a successful jump, and it's also not the fail sound, right? There's no voice saying it's like unstable or whatever. I actually really like it. It's this forced, like uncomfortable, static garble, as if the headset is like straining to make this jump work, and it's like,
Right. Yeah. The last time that she jumped and it was yellow was when she got in trouble when she was she thought she had said enough "I love you" to Deirdre, and she hadn't. Yeah, and she got blipped away into another universe. So
this is maybe the second time we've seen a yellow one.
Right.
Yeah. And then we cut back to the brain map. We see in the visualizer, it looks like two people putting their hands up against each other. It's almost like playing that mirror game, or just like comparing the size of their hands, right?
What's the mirror game?
Like when it's like a theater game, right? You stand like in front of each other, and you pretend that the other one is the reflection, and you got to read, kind of like anticipate the other one's like movement and everything.
And they're both doing it at the same time, or
yes.
Okay, that sounds like fun to watch someone struggle with, and not fun to do.
Yeah, no.
I was going to say that sounds like fun. No, it doesn't. That sounds like torture.
But yeah, it looks like these two people are kind of like putting their hands up, almost as if there's like glass between them, and they're like but they're like comparing the size of their hands, right? And the inner thoughts window still says yummy cookie and train, train ... like maybe training. And now below that, we see locomotive.
What is that about? What could that
I really like that. Like she's misreading her own thoughts.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Like she's saying training, train, locomotive. And then if we continue this, she'd be like loco, el pollo loco, chicken. Like I think that's what she's doing.
That's a theater game we play in my improv class.
Yeah, there we go.
One.
It's full of her head right now is whose line is it anyway? And then we see a hot dog on a picnic table being squirted with ketchup, right? This is in the visualizer. And we hear Alpha Waymond, and he says, "No, Evelyn, you're not locked in." And we see that he is still looking over Audrey's shoulder at the monitor.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in that visualizer, it becomes a series of quick shots. So far we've seen the visualizer, and it's one shot at a time.
Yeah.
And now they're melding together with the mirror game and the hot dog, and then Mr. What did you call him? Mr. Wormy Hands?
Mr. Wobblefingers?
Mr. Wobblefingers, yeah.
Maybe? Yeah.
Mr. Wobblefingers is there. So it's like, so again, none of that even tracks for us when we're watching it the first time.
Yeah.
But it seems to be what's going on is then we're crossing the streams. And, we're getting these things together, right?
And that is so great for, like, for if we wanted to like pick this apart and look at this like in slow motion, it's like, oh, it's all there. It's like that's the natural jump that she's going to make.
Right. I think that I wonder if their plan was to make it very clear. That's what I kind of get from the script is that they want us to be making these connections, and then in the edit they're like, no, it doesn't need to be as like we're going to get it anyways, or it's going to be more fun for it to be not as clear. Maybe we have ideas of what it might be, but then it's going to be this weird surprise that it turns out her hand's going limp.
Right. Yeah. Because originally in the script it was like a walking like characterized like hot dog, right? Like let's go down to the lobby type thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And now it's Daniel Kwan holding hot dogs in his hands.
That's right. And then so it's the movie star universe with with the dancing popcorn and hot dog, Mr. Wobblefingers, and then Alphaverse interior laundry RV. On screen images flash a clenched fist, hot dogs, Joy's portrait, Joy's childhood drawing, back to a fist. So they're really trying, hands.
Right. Oh, okay. And then just a really quick clip of the hands of Manos from 1960. When was that?
Oh, I don't know. It feels so current. Manos, the hands of hands of fate.
That's what it was. I didn't even get the title right.
1966. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
That's quite okay, Torgo.
Yes.
If you don't get the title right.
Manos means hands.
Manos, the hands of fate.
But yeah, so Alpha Wayman is like, no, Evelyn, you're not locked in. But our Evelyn doesn't listen, or maybe she can't hear over all the, the craziness going on. And so she smashes that jump button, smash that like button, and she fully subscribes. Her head jerks up like we've seen before, and I like just the little touch of the camera going up after her head goes up, like following her gaze. Just a little visual cue that like she's leaving her body and going somewhere else, like before, right?
It doesn't like smash up through the ceiling like the previous time. Like maybe she's getting more used to it or getting more control over it,
or maybe it's like the jump is it's very far. It's not. I was gonna say it's like too short, but no. And then we get an over the shoulder over Jobu's shoulder as our Evelyn comes back and her head comes back down and her hands go from open and up to wilting into. This is like when you pretend to be a cat, like your little cat paws in front of her,
like I'm doing right now.
Yes. Right.
Like my basic fighter stance.
Yeah. But like it's these little fists that are just kind of like limp. But the music has also like done this like powering down or petering out like finish. And she lets her hands drop and makes this like pitiful noise like, oh, right.
Yeah. It ends on this unnaturally feeling coda to the William Tell Overture. Like I don't think that's where it naturally concludes, right?
Yeah.
And then all the sound drains out of the entire movie.
Yeah. But then we cut to an insert of the cuffs falling to the floor. So she did do something. The cuffs are off somehow. And now we cut back.
Have you tried to put handcuffs on a cat before?
You know what? I don't. I'm just going to assume that's impossible.
They just come right off. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So now we cut back as she holds her hands up and she looks at them, and they are noticeably limp and devoid of life. And she's got this look of disapproval that looks so much like our old Evelyn, just thinking all of this is so ridiculous. And she tests them out. She sort of like gives them a shake and they just flop in front of her. And I appreciate the Daniels giving them a sound. It's very subtle. You almost don't notice it, but like it's this rubbery, floppy like sound. Right? This is like pitiful, floppy, rubbery sound. Right? Is that why the cuffs fell off? Because it's like she's got no bones in her hands?
Yeah, I think so, exactly.
Okay.
Like an octopus.
Right, okay. Right? Octopodes, whatever. They can get through like the tiniest like little cracks and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, we cut to a wide shot and Jobu's like, aw, in this like faux sympathetic teasing tone. But Evelyn is determined to work with what she has. She tests them out one more time and then she like advances on Jobu, trying to hit her with these floppy hands. And it is so much better than I am describing, folks. Michelle Yeoh is so funny here. I said before, we don't think of like a badass action star having comedic chops, but more often than not, I'm finding that to be the case. Like I'm thinking of like Jackie Chan or thinking of even Arnold Schwarzenegger, like doing funny stuff, and just the like attention to detail, like in movement and timing. She sort of lunges and she can't take her upper arms away from like her torso for some reason. It's like they're like stapled to her sides or something, right? So she like lunges with her whole body instead, and she tries to take a swing up at Jobu's face, but her like floppy hand gets nowhere near Jobu. And then she like tries again, and she like does this like pathetic swipe across Jobu's body, and all the while her jaw is doing this thing. It's like clenched and it's jutted out like she's focusing really hard. It is amazing, folks. Go back and watch this minute just for this little bit.
Yeah, these Hong Kong action stars who were also not every Hong Kong kung fu star was a comedy star, but like I wouldn't be surprised if because now we think of Schwarzenegger and Eddie Murphy and Bruce Willis and that kind of thing as being comedy stars and action stars, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were being influenced by the Jackie Chans and Chow Yun Fats and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Michelle Yeoh,
yeah, of course, yeah. That's a really good point. Now we hear Alpha Wayman say, "Where did she jump?" And then we cut to the van. Wayman is now looking over Peter's shoulder, who's looking at his monitor. And he says, "She's off the damn map." And he points as we cut and we see the bubble map. But there's a little text box up top that says, "Subject out of range." So I guess, okay, we don't have to do this, but I guess, so Audrey monitors her vitals.
Okay, right.
And Peter monitors the map.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. I hadn't tracked that.
Because like it never changes. It's like they could have just decided, it's whoever like we need in the shot, right? They didn't have to assign, each of these folks like a specific monitor, but Audrey is always looking at like what's going on in Evelyn's brain and her body, and Peter is always looking at the map. Yeah,
that's really good. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. So it's all this like seriousness, which is really interesting, right? Like they're watching how serious this is for her, but then we see her slapping Joy in that big wide shot, right? And Jobu completely. I love what Stephanie Hsu was doing there of just like letting her do it. Like she's so convinced that nothing bad is going to happen here,
right.
And again, like just being a total dick about it. Like the way to do that is just let her slap and like kind of flinch, but not really,
right? Like by not doing nothing, like she's being more of an asshole,
right?
Than if she had like, I don't know, just pretend to put up a fight,
right?
Jobu, come on,
yeah. Okay, before we go, while we're on this map of the many worlds here, can we do a breaking news alert?
Oh, yeah,
do we have
sure.
one of those?
Let me go to my box of cartoon sounds. I'm sure that was a lovely one.
That was great. That had gravitas that we were looking for. Yes.
Perfect, and it was royalty free.
Yes, this is breaking news this week. We are recording this on October 12th, 2025. And this year, the Nobel Prizes have been announced, or at least when we're recording, half of them have. So the Nobel Prize for Physics in 2025 went to British John Clark, American Jean Matthew Martinis, and French Michel H. Devereux. And this is for quantum tunneling. So this must have something to do with our movie in some way. And maybe one of our physics listeners can fill us in about that. But if I'm understanding the press releases of what the hell they're talking about, quantum tunneling is the idea that certain particles have been able to get through energy fields where if you're using non-quantum physics, they shouldn't, because those energy fields are matter and like things can't go through matter, right? But on the quantum level, they can. So because on the quantum level, matter is actually waves instead of like actual physical stuff, things can shoot through other things, if I'm understanding this correctly.
Yeah.
And so in 2025, the Nobel Prize went to these scientists who in the 80s discovered that can happen on a macro level. So like not on the level of, if I understand it, subatomic particles like quarks and that kind of thing, like actually at the atomic level. Wow. So yeah, so maybe we are on the way into going through shit, if I understand this correctly. Okay. Shit going through other shit.
Yeah.
Nothing's as real as it seems.
Yeah. So we've gone from, I mean, like we were talking at the beginning about like radiation and waves and particles and stuff like that, going through us that we can't see, forms of light and all that. But you're talking about like people being able to go through walls, not like Deirdre, but so that like the wall isn't disturbed in any way.
Yes. So I don't think that they're saying that is possible yet in our technology, right? But that it could happen on a larger scale than they thought it would. So they call it quantum tunneling, which was happening at the microscopic level, and they're now calling it at the macroscopic level of quantum tunneling.
Okay. There you go. Quantum tunneling, folks.
Did that make us sound real smart? Was that worth it here at the end too?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Definitely. All right. Yeah.
We're so smart.
Yeah, we are.
Look at us. We got our 4 legs and our tongue sticking out the side of our head.
Yeah. And our slightly phallic fingers, which we don't know. There's like, yeah. I mean, hey, they're just normal fingers to me. You're the one with weird fingers.
Right.
What are those, bones? Ew. Gross.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, so that's our first news alert, I think. So keep listening to Every Minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once for all the breaking news.
For all the breaking news that will not be breaking once the episode airs, because we do this like a week or two before.
Yeah, check into us for, like and subscribe to get, weather reports.
Yeah.
Stock updates, sports scores.
Yep.
One of these days it'll happen. In the many worlds hypothesis world, we are the place to get
the source
all
of
those
news.
things.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of these days, pow, straight to the moon. When you mentioned the Nobel Prize, I got very, very scared for a second. Anyway, I don't have to elaborate on that, do I?
I don't think so.
Okay, good. Yeah. Anyway, okay, and then our last shot is of Evelyn waking up for back of a letter word.
Wait, that must be a typo. Right?
No, that was on purpose. Because I did that accidentally last time. So I was making a callback. And your silence. That was the first time in all the universes that there was silence. The silence was so loud.
I was so confused.
All the bugs, all the skittering, scuttling. Nobody was laughing. Nobody was saying anything. That was just quiet.
Letter word. I like it.
I'm glad you like it. Yeah, so it's like waking up, for lack of a better word, and and it looks like she is back in the laundromat, in the store part, right, in the front, right, or the bottom, yeah. But she's got a different haircut. I don't think we're supposed to associate this with anything, right? Like we're not supposed to be like, hey, that's the like we're not supposed to clock anything yet, right?
No, we're just supposed to know it's a different universe because he looks different, right?
Yeah. So she's got a different haircut. What's that all about, folks? We'll just have to wait until next week because that's the end of this minute.
Great.
Huh. What did we think of this minute?
Love it. Again, one of these montagey, flashy things, but yeah. Yeah, you know, this is true, I suppose, of any really well-written screenplay or well-put-together piece of dramatic work. Like, we can go back and analyze it and have all sorts of different, oh, wow, what if it's this, what if it's this? But, like, this is especially prone to it because we're starting to throw all this, spaghetti on the wall and seeing what happens. Yeah,
all this spaghetti, all these meatballs. Yeah, all this, lots of food in this in this minute. Yeah. No, I really liked it. When I tell you I am excited for the next minute, I never thought we were going to get to it. I can't wait.
Right.
I can't wait. This is some of my favorite parts of this movie is what is coming up next, or what's already here. We just don't know it yet. Yeah. But yeah, folks, this has been the 58th minute of Everything Everywhere All at Once. I've been Lester Ryan Clark. You can reach me in all the universes as Lester Ryan Clark.
And I've been Keenan Diaz. In your universe, I'm on Instagram and Letterboxd as Howdy Keenan.
Yeah, we got our Facebook listener group, Banana for Scale. That's a community for all of our shows, including this one. It's a private group, but just request to join and you'll be sucked into the banana. If you want more, consider joining us at truestory.fm/join and look for Banana for Scale. That's us. You get bonus episodes of all our shows, access to our Discord, and you get your episodes a week early and ad-free. Pretty cool. Just $5. If you're not sure about that yet, one thing you can do that is absolutely free but would mean all the universes to us would be to give us a 5-star rating on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you listen to our show. That and sharing the show by word of mouth or on social media is going to help our little podcast grow and find more cool people like you. All right, so it is time to jump. I can't not. This is making me really, really hungry. So I'm kind of like scrubbing through to see if we ever get like any actual hot dogs, or it's just pictures of hot dogs.
I don't think so. Yeah,
I don't think there's any actual. Oh no, there's in the visualizer. Somebody's putting ketchup on a hot dog.
Right. I think that's our only real hot dog in the whole movie.
Oh, that might be. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna snatch that. And have myself a little subliminal mind snack. I don't know what that's gonna do with Evelyn's like outcome for this jump now that the hot dog's not there.
Right, so you're going to take it out of the visualizer.
Right, taking it out of the visualizer. Right.
Yeah, in high school, one of my teachers had a poster on the wall that said, "Visualize World Peas," P-E-A-S.
Okay.
And it took me several years to realize that was a pun on world peace. Visualize world peace.
Right. What was there? Was there a visual accompanying this? Was like everybody?
No, it was just a text sign.
It was like a bunch of peas, but they're all in like stereotypical, slightly racist.
Right. They have the hats of their people as they hold hands. Yes.
And they're all like standing on top of the world and holding hands in a circle. No?
No, I would have gotten that more immediately, I think. But it's passing by this sign for several years before I realized what it was talking about. But
interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I think Evelyn would be like. If you take the hot dog out of her visualizer, what will she be like? All right. Well, I'm going to take Jobu's thrown visor that makes that off-screen crash so heavily, and I am going to stick with my theme of going up to the atrium on the 10th floor and launching it off without looking where it goes and just wait to see what kind of terrible noise that makes.
So much yeeting from your verse jumps. So mine is eating and yours is yeeting.
It's the Eat and Yeet Show.
Yeah, there we go.
It's the Eat and Yeet Show, 98.3 K-Rock, your source for all news, weather, and traffic.
Smash that verse jumping button. And we'll give you weather from 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, it rained in Las Vegas this weekend, if that helps any of you.
Hope you brought your umbrellas 2 weeks ago. Nah.
Great.
All right. Okay. Keenan, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
That Gen X is the best dog generation because they were the last dogs to play outside and drink from the hose.
There you go. And they didn't come back until it was dark. They could go anywhere as long as they came home for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And nobody had dogtism. It just wasn't a thing. It didn't exist until dog Tylenol. Don't give your dogs Tylenol. That's terrible.
That's a terrible idea.
No, that's actually, don't do that. Don't do that. Maybe I will keep that in, and maybe not.
Dogtism is a very funny word.
And with that, folks, 3, 2, 1. No, wait, 1, 2, 3.